So originally I was like discussing amongst myself whether or not this video should be like me talking about everything I didn't like about the Super Bowl or me talking about just a halftime show. So I came to the conclusion of I'll talk about the halftime show and then I'll talk about everything about that I hated about the Super Bowl. So first, before you can critique something, you being a critic, you always have to like point out the good stuff, whether even if it's just something barely good, you know, you gotta point that out. So yeah, good things about the halftime show. The stage is pretty cool. Okay, the only thing Travis Scott did right was the whole meteor coming down and then him explode coming out of the explosion. The stage was like open, like it blew up. That was pretty cool. I'll give it that. That was like wow. When I saw that, I was like, wow, that's cool. What else? Let's see. Oh, the Maroon 5 singing wasn't that bad, I guess. The drones were pretty cool. Fireworks, those are really cool. I bet it would have been really cool to see it in the stadium, I mean. But yeah, that's kind of the only good thing about it. There's one other good thing, but that's going to come later on in the video. So now let's get into the meat of it. Sweet Victory was not played at the Super Bowl. So the story goes that there's a petition online, and I was one of them. I signed it. And over 1.2 million people signed this petition online to get Sweet Victory in honor of Steven Hillenburg, who was the creator of SpongeBob and who made a lot of people's childhoods, to make, in honor of his passing, to play Sweet Victory at the Super Bowl. We didn't care if they remixed it, we didn't care if they butchered it, we just wanted them to play Sweet Victory. That's all we wanted. And so, but then instead what we got a short clip. Here, I'll show it now.
And now, a true musical genius who needs no introduction.
It's lit!
Yeah. That's all we got, was that short little clip that introduced Sicko Mode. Oh my god, freaking Sicko Mode. Jesus Christ. So, a lot of people are mad. They're like, and they're not mad at the fact that we got a clip. There's a lot of people saying that if we didn't get a clip, then we would have still been mad, and if we did get Sweet Victory, we would have been mad. Well, yeah, but I don't know about other people, but I'm mad at the fact that the NFL advertised this to happen. NFL, Maroon 5, first in their hype up video, there was a short clip, it was like less than a second long, of SpongeBob in their like preparation video for the Super Bowl halftime show. So that's one thing. And then the stadium they were playing at showed a picture of like a screen cap from the episode of Band Geeks, which is what the song is from, what episode. And looking at it now makes sense of why they showed that, since that was like what they reanimated, which, you know, it's kind of cool. But I'm just mad at the fact that they advertised this to happen. And I know what you're saying, that, oh, they never said Sweet Victory was going to come, they just kept hinting at it. But yeah, they also never said Sicko Mode was going to be played. That's part of the fun, was to guess. And the fact that so many people did this, and they started it off. They started the song off like they were actually about to play it. But then they just played Sicko Mode. It poorly, very crappily transitioned into Sicko Mode. Speaking of that, singing, Travis Scott cannot sing without auto-tune. Holy crap, that was bad. But anyways, they raised their hand for a wave, like a, yeah, we did it. But instead of the wave, they came with a slap to the face. It sucks. That, seeing Squidward first appear on screen was the happiest, not the happiest, but the most excited I got, like, in a long time. I was just like, oh, they're actually doing it. They're actually acknowledging us. But then they went to Sicko Mode, and the whole rest of the halftime show, I'm just saying in my head, oh, they're going to play it. It's going to be at the end. They showed SpongeBob. It's got to be at the end. So, but a lot of people are questioning, should we be happy they even acknowledge us at all? Like, on the actual thing, instead of just, I think on the NFL account, they played Sweet Victory in an empty stadium. But should we be happy they acknowledge us during the Super Bowl at all? Yes, but we should also be upset that they didn't exactly do what we wanted. It's hard to give a proper analogy. That's like that's like someone saying, "Hey, Brings a Bum, give me a shout out," and they're like, "Hi, my name's Tyler, give me a shout out," and it's like, "Oh, hey, Tyler, there's your shout out." It's like I shouted him out, but I didn't shout out like completely, so you don't know what it's for, So that sucks. That the NFL. That's why I'm mad that the NFL, basically people. Okay, I watch the Super Bowl every year just because it's tradition, but I mainly watched it this year for the halftime show. That's the number one reason why I watched the Super Bowl this year. But think of people who don't do it for tradition. They watch the halftime show. They watch the Super Bowl to see this. So, basically, you want to talk about clickbait on YouTube? One of the most viewed television events in the whole United States just clickbaited possibly 50 million people at the very least. I know 50 million to 1 point. It's more like 20 million because the presumed presumed ratings for this year was going to be around 80 million, but it ended up getting the average that we normally get of 100 million. So at least like 20 million people were duped into watching the Super Bowl. It's clickbait. That is the textbook definition of clickbait. That sucks. So now time to talk about some of the just general things I hated about the Super Bowl in general. There was no PewDiePie ad. Poor Mr. Beast. I think when he said watch the Super Bowl, I think what he meant was he was going to have the towels like of Sub 2 in the PewDiePie's face, but they wouldn't let him bring it in, so then he did the t-shirts. And I think we all thought he was going to have a $5 million Super Bowl ad, which he didn't, and I don't think he was expecting us to think that. But, he did do that, which sucks we didn't get a PewDiePie ad, but, the game itself was just boring. This has got to be the most boring game ever. It was just 3-3, like the whole game. At first it was nothing, and then the second quarter happened. That was just boring, guys. Patriots won. Tom Brady's got a 6. So, well, guys, Super Bowl this year sucked. Let's do this. I'm starting a petition, and we need to start this now. We need to start this as soon as possible. Go on to petition.org, or whatever the website is called, I'm not real sure, and find something to get Sweet Victory played at next year's Super Bowl. We gotta get this done. We gotta do this. This isn't for the meme anymore. This is just to see what we can do. It was first about Steven Hillenburg, and it's still about Steven Hillenburg, but now it's about the fact that they duped us. They clickbaited us. That's so messed up. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this kind of almost 10-minute video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Video over.